Hello. Today I'm going to show you how to set up your first product in ThriveCart and how you can automate that. First of all, you want to log into your account, and then you're going to come up here to where the product list is. Click on that. Next, you're going to come here to where it says Create Product. Click on that. You can choose between a physical or a digital. I'm going to choose digital. Create new product. First, we want to give it a name. We call it Lead Magnet Quiz Course. I call it the same thing here. You don't need to worry too much. People can see this in the URL. They can't see this bit. We're going to leave it in test mode for right now. I want the cart language to be in English. And you can click here and you can pick a bunch of different ones, but I want it to be English. I need to select an owner of this product. You only need to worry about this if there's more than one person who has access to this, and you just choose whoever you want to have the ownership of this. Click Next. And this is where you set the price for your product. You can either set it in US dollars or you can choose from a number of different currencies. I'm going to leave it in US dollars. Now I want to set the product price, and you can choose it to either be a one-time fee, a subscription, split the price, pay your own price. This is a new feature that's been quite nice to have. It's a one-time fee. You set your price. Let's just say that this is going to be $297 and there's no trial period. That means they pay straight away. And we want to send them a purchase email. Yes. And this says your customer will be charged $297 USD immediately. Do I want to limit the quantity available? I could limit this to maybe just 10 and use it as a bonus sign-up thing for maybe like a Black Friday sale or something where you say, hey, here's a bonus. The first 10 people will get this product. And then you can use this to actually limit it to however many you want. Right now, I'm just going to set it to no limits. Next. And then you have the ability to just, if you ever need to come back and edit it, you can edit it here as well as just in the previous screen. You can allow one purchase at a time, or you can allow bulk purchases. So right now, I'm just going to leave it at one purchase at a time. Click Save. You can choose to add in the sales tax. I'm not going to touch on that right now. I'll save it for a future video. You can also customize your customer's payment notification. We'll leave that for another video as well. So I'm going to click Next. And then you can also have the ability to set up a bump offer. Just be aware, though, that when it comes time to get to the buy page, the sales page, adding that bump offer in makes it look as though it's a lot more expensive than your original product is. So you're actually better to do it as an upsell rather than as a bump offer. Okay, now you need to set up your payment processors. They use Stripe, so you're going to just click on Activate if you have a Stripe account. You have a choice between Legacy or Enhanced. It's better to use Enhanced, in my opinion, because gives your people more options to pay. You need to select your Stripe account. Click Save. If you don't already have a Stripe account set up or a PayPal account set up, you need to get that done first before you actually try to set up a product. You won't be able to set up a product until you can set up a payment processor. I'm going to do the same thing for PayPal. Click Save. Select the account. Click Save. And I'm going to go Next. And now you can also have the option to allow affiliates to promote your product. That's a really lovely piece of functionality for this tool. I'll go through that in a later video. All right. Now, in order for people to access your product, you always need to have a support URL or some email that people can go to get some assistance if things don't go right. So I'm just going to put this in. Now, you can have a choice now. You can display the total of their invoice. You can send them to a URL, which could be a thank you page, or it could be a page where they immediately access your product, or you can send them to a membership site. So you can integrate your site with ThriveCart and do it that way. I'm just going to say total invoice for right now and click Next. Now, this is where you're going to design your page. You can click on Browse Gallery, and you have a whole bunch of choices. They're really lovely, well designed. So we're just going to pick one. You can preview, click Preview, see what it looks like. If that looks good, then that's fine. And then you just click Select. Once it's there, Now you can go in here and you can actually edit a whole bunch of different elements. You can add your logo, can change the font, the color of the font, the size of the font, all the different things that you want to do. You do that over here. You can do all sorts of things. You can change the images. Once again, you can change the sizes as well. Over here on the left, you can also change your buttons, and you can add in basically all the information that you want to do there. And the other thing to note too here is that the buy link element scrolls the page to the payment section on click. So if people click here, it's going to scroll them down to the payment side. Now, you don't have to have all of these things on your page. You can delete these if you don't want them, change it to be whatever you want. But once you're ready for people to get down to your buy part of your page, you can just come here. Once again, you can edit anything here, and you can edit this part here as well. So you can ask people for their contact details. And if you want to change them over here, what I usually do is I usually say customer name. I usually ask for the first and last name, and it changes it over here to be what you want, and then your email address. And you can have, do you have a coupon code? And you can, actually, you don't have to show that. You can turn it off and it'll disappear. That bit will disappear. Or you can go hidden, takes it out, or you can just collapsible, however. Total payment sets it in the price or type of currency that you've chosen, goes here, shows it right here, so people know exactly what they're getting. And then testimonial is always a good thing. But once you're finished editing, you're going to go here to next. Now you'll notice that if you look up here, this is the success page. You can go back and forth between your cart page and your success page if you need to change things. You can also add a funnel item in here if for some reason you want to do that. But let's just look at the success page. The most important part about the success page is to tell people what to expect next. So you usually say, thank you so much for purchasing, or congratulations for purchasing. You're amazing. You've made the right choice. And you can have a video. You can have just text. Whatever it is that you want, but it also gives them information about what it is that they purchased. Now down here, this section here, if it's not a PDF that they're getting, you have to click on the whole block. And you can say, no, I don't want the PDF button. You can also take away the support button, contact support button, this bit here. But I wouldn't. I'd leave it there because it'll show them the email that you put in earlier, so that if something does go wrong, they can contact you. It makes people feel more confident about the purchase that they've made. When you've finished editing this, you're going to click complete. You're going to then click next. And this is where you can set up tracking for your sales page. And if you have a Facebook pixel, you can put your pixel ID in here. If you want to integrate with Google Analytics, you put it in here. And I very much recommend that you do that. Or you can use Google Tag Manager and do it that way. There's some other ones here as well. You can do a custom one as well. But you just put in what it is that you need, and then you just click on next. This is a part of the setting up your product that's really, really helpful. And I'll go into this in more detail in a future video. But for right now, this is where you put your behavior rules for what you want your technology to do when people have purchased. So what you're going to do is click Add Rule. And you can say things like, when the main product is purchased, use your email service provider, I use ActiveCampaign, to add them to your list. So what I would do is I would add them to a list. So for example, this is a quiz-based course. So I would say, add them to my quiz creators course. And then I would click Save. Now you can also add more rules. So I would click Add Rule. And I might say, and you can do it a number of different ways, but when the main product is purchased, use ActiveCampaign and add them to an existing tag. And then this will bring up a list of tags that you've got. So I will just put in one that says purchased. Here we go. Quiz Creators Course plus Coaching, and save. And then you can do all kinds of things, but we'll get into that more in other videos. So now we've finished doing the setup. So now what you want to do is you want to save. And now this gives you the URL for your course. What you're going to do now is you're going to go back into Edit Product Settings. And you'll notice that it's still in test mode. So before we make your product live, you want to click Save and Get URL again. Okay, so now we're going to copy the URL. and we're going to open in a new window. And then once it comes up, you'll notice that it has a warning up here because this is still in test mode. It's not live yet. And what you want to do in order to test it, you check that it looks all right. You're going to scroll your way down, make sure that you're happy with it. And then once you get down to here, what you're going to do is you're going to click here and you're going to test it out. Put your email address in, you're going to click. And now we're going to pretend we're going to use a credit card. You want to copy the card number, and then you're going to paste that in here. You see it's a made-up number, and then you're going to make up an expiration date. So let's just say that it's 2025, and just make up a CVC code. Just make it up. Whoops, it didn't like that. It wants it to be 2 digits. Now you can basically click complete order. It's going to go in, and you'll see what happens after people have bought. So this is the success page that you would have created. Make sure it's all okay. And if it is all okay, then you're going to go back into ThriveCart and you're going to go back into edit product settings. And then you're going to click live. And then you can save and get URL. And once you've saved it, you can copy your URL and you can start pasting it into all of the different ways that you're going to drive traffic to this particular product. So there you have it. I hope that was useful. If it was, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll be posting more videos about how to use ThriveCart to really achieve success with your sales of your products. See you in the next video.